Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This vlog is going to be a little bit different than what I've posted previously. So I did say on my last Canada vlog that I would be talking about health and fitness a lot because this is just such a huge part of my life at the moment and it never used to be. So I wanted to do a bit of an introduction vlog so you get to know me, my story and my reasons for wanting to do this vlog and YouTube channel. Mainly one of the reasons was I was a couple of years ago, I was in a very bad space in my head. I looked fine on the outside and it was just this bit of a battle going on the inside. It was mainly because I wasn't eating right, I wasn't exercising, and because of that it was just, I would sit on my butt all day, I would be a little computer nerd, I would go to school, and just from the foods I was eating I always felt bloated, I felt disgusting, and because I wasn't used to exercise it really scared me, and I was scared to also go to the gym. So it was just a constant battle with myself, and I knew that there had to be a change. So it all started, it would have been about 6 years ago when, I don't know if many of you have seen my vlogs before, on my video that circulated Facebook about my comp prep journey, where I talked about how I started off with a PT, and from there it was hard, and I knew I had to sacrifice some money to get where I wanted to be, because I signed up to gyms, I signed up to literally all of the weight loss programs that is out on the market at the moment, like literally Tony Ferguson, Weight Watchers, Light and Easy. What else was there? The whole just not eating, that didn't work. So there was just so many things that I tried, and I knew that if I paid a personal trainer to tell me what to do and have that guidance, and yeah, I was just like, that surely will help. So I did end up joining up with a PT, and with that, going from nothing at all to exercise, it was hard. Like, I never ate I probably ate some vegetables, but it was a lot of, I had the typical breakfast, so a typical Aussie breakfast, so your cereal, your juice, some toast, lunch would be like a sandwich. There was just hardly any vegetables, only at night time when mum gave them for me for dinner. So yeah, I was just, as soon as I started exercising, my body was like, what is going on? And it was so hard. A lot of people that don't know my story don't know this, so yeah, I started off just like a lot of my clients, no clue what I was doing. I saw Ben, who I now work for, he was my PT, and we just kicked off instantly and we got along so well. And there was moments where I gave up because it was just so tough. Like, I remember getting onto, what was it, the leg press, and I felt so sick, and I just knew I had to keep pushing, and I ended up vomiting all over the place, so that was lots of fun. And I had left and I was like, this is too hard, and I went back to I got results at the start, but I went straight back to my old habits, just because it was just hard, and I just gave up easily. And then it went a few more weeks and I gained back the weight that I had lost, and I was still eating pretty bad. I was getting the weights right, I was gaining strength, but my food was still out of whack. And yeah, this was a few years ago, and this went on for a little while. I don't know why I didn't stick to it. It was mainly, I think, because I just wasn't used to committing to something, and just with me it was like, it's too hard, I'm not doing it, I'm just out. But then I think I looked back and I just would remember looking in the mirror, and I get quite emotional about this, but I want to keep this real and raw with everyone. But yeah, I would just look in the mirror and I just wasn't happy with myself at all, and it still haunts me to this day, because I know a lot of women are very similar to me, and when you go throughout the whole day and, sorry, oh, I just need a moment. Kira, give me a cuddle, give me a cuddle, come here, give me a cuddle. My puppies always make me happier. Yeah, when you're young and you're constantly thinking that in your head that you're not good enough, for your body is horrible, even though on the outside you might look happy. I know so many women struggle with this, and this was a reason why I kind of fell in love with the health and fitness industry, because once I continued on and sort of in my head I'm just like, just don't give up. It was a long process, and people don't get that. It is a long journey for some people. Everyone's different. It took me literally years to get where I am today, and to this day I still have my ups and downs. I'm completely human, I'm normal. But the important thing to remember is just not giving up, even if it gets tough, because you got to try and think of, you constantly got to think, am I happy right now? And if you're not, it means you need to change something, or you need to just write down your goals. And that's what I was doing. I was started to write down what I wanted and how was I going to get there. And even though I didn't like exercise at the time, I was persistent. And then what happened, I started to see results. Mainly not in my body, but the way I felt. I started to feel good. I started to feel strong, especially suffering from back problems. Just from, you know, back exercises, deadlifts and things like that, I really started to feel strong. And then incorporating the MP program, which is eating more vegetables and more food, that's when it really started to correlate with one another. And I started to feel good and started to like life again. Like, just it was just amazing just what a few, you know, just sticking with it for that bit longer. Like, if I gave up, it's just horrible to think where I'd be at this point. But yeah, just seeing, once you get those results mentally and then feeling good and feeling better, it was just, I was kind of hooked at that point. And I got onto, if a lot of people that had these depressing thoughts, that had a lot of self-hate, did this, they would, and if they stuck with it, that's another thing too, I could really, you know, I wanted them to feel the way I felt. So I just got this real passion for wanting to train other people because of being in my boat. And even though I'm not a size 8 with a ripped abs or anything like that, I just knew the benefits of what exercise can do, and I knew that it was going to be a journey. And so I really looked into being a PT, and really wanting to support women, because I think the sort of, it's 1 in 3 women that are just not loving themselves, which is just horrible. I can't remember where I got that from, but 1 in 3, that's just really disturbing to think that many women hate themselves. So to think that what a bit of food and nutrition can do, just to switch this mindset, it's really, I'm just wanting to get that out to everybody, and really just showing you guys that this is still a struggle for me to this day. I've been very up and down throughout my whole journey, which I've talked about before, and a lot of people keep asking me, when am I going to compete again, because that is a huge passion of mine. I did compete, it would have been 2 years ago, for the INBA, the Melbourne Classic. And from that competition, I really loved it, but I got a lot of hate afterwards, because I was, sorry about my voice too, I've still got a flu, so I don't usually talk like this. And excuse me about my coughing. But yeah, when I did that competition, there was a photo that went up of me on Facebook, and it was actually this one comment from a guy that I didn't even know, who said, "Who's that fatty on the right?" And that got me really down. And I went to Europe straight after that competition, so I had leaned down, not as lean as I wanted to be, because that prep, I was so new to it, and I was listening to this person, listening to that person, and really trying to incorporate everything, when I should have really just stuck to my to what my PT was telling me to do. But yeah, that was just a huge learning journey for me. And then I blew out. I gained 15 kilos in Europe, and came back just a mess. I remember my first cardio session back at the gym, and I remember Ben looking at me going, oh no, she did it. What did she do to herself? And I did the cardio session, and I was probably 5 minutes through when I had to stop. I wanted to vomit. I was so sick, and I was just so angry at myself that I enabled myself to get that big and sick. And I remember coming back fluey as well, because I did a big Kentucky around Europe, and I was so sick. I remember paying €100 for a doctor, and it would have been the alcohol, the carbs, everything not really working out. So that was just so big with me, just to that massive change to my body. And then so when I got back, I was like, right, I'm gonna get straight back into it, back into healthy eating, being active. And so that was 2 years ago, and I was picking my dates again for my next comp because I really wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it in the most healthiest way possible. And that's when I ended up studying to be a PT, because I just really fell in love with it, and I wanted to help other people start to learn to love their bodies. So I went and did my PT course, and for a course that I thought that would be quite easy, it was a bit difficult for me. I wasn't very good at school, so doing that PT course, it required a lot of study and exams, and I was really busy at the vet as well. I was working full time, and being a vet nurse can be very, very draining. And yeah, a lot of the time people think you just play with puppies. No, it can be really, like, even though I love it to bits, I think it was just a very stressful year for me. Even like my metabolism was so messed up from going away to Europe, so leaning down so much for comp and going away to Europe. My metabolism was everywhere, and that takes a long time to heal. It can take years for metabolism to get better. And I've seen so many girls that go up on stage, and the same thing that I've done has happened to them. And I keep seeing this thing where they lean right down, cut carbs, go out on stage looking really thin, and then they go and binge eat everything, gain all this weight back on, and then they do the same process. They pick a date, they cut all their carbs, lean right down, and it goes over and over, and their metabolism is just suffering each time. So I really wanted to make sure that I was feeling good mentally, and then also my body, my metabolism was functioning well before I did another comp. And I kept picking these dates. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do June. I really want to do June. And then it would just come up so quick, and I just wasn't prepared for it, and all of everything that I was planning for, my goal setting, it was kind of just like it was forgotten. And I kept feeling so bad about that, and everyone was telling me, oh, your comp's coming up soon, and then up here I'm just like, I'm not ready, I can't do this. And I'd get so negative, and then I'm like, there's not enough time, and then I'll just shut it down and say, look, no, I'm not doing it. So then that was pretty much last year. And then this year again, I was like, yep, I'm going to do the March competition. And again, just mental battles, it's just something that we constantly have to work on. And I'm sort of also telling you this because I want people, especially women, to know that they're not alone with this. That even, you know, I usually considered quite a happy person, very friendly and things like that, but just to know that we all struggle with mental battles. Majority of us struggle a lot of the time. Even though I'm so happy where I'm at now, my improvement, and I still know that I've got a long road ahead of me. It's just slowly working, doing small chunks and working towards my bigger goal, which is in here, that it will happen. It's all about changing that mindset, and it's me that keeps on telling myself that I can do this. I can reach my goal of getting on stage with a healthy weight and not blowing out afterwards. So with all that I've learnt for the last 2 years, what I've decided to do, and I haven't told many people this, but and I know that some people think that I'm going to be competing in June, and I would love to compete in June, but I just don't want to put a deadline on myself and freak out like I did last time. I don't want to be, I'm not ready, I'm going to cut carbs, and I don't want to go back to that point. So what I'm doing is doing a 12 weeks to love myself. So I'm doing 12 weeks for me to really work on myself, my mind, the way I think of myself and the way I see myself as well. So really working on that, cleaning up my diet to make me feel good again, making me feel healthy and well. So then once I'm feeling good, then I can pick a date and I'll be at a closer weight range instead of stressing out. So I will be wanting to lose weight in this 12 weeks, but doing it without the stress of picking a date. I just find, you know, sometimes, like when I picked my last date, it made me really work hard, but it just made me stress as well, which stress plays a huge part in holding fat on our bodies. So we really want to make sure that to lose weight, we want to be in a good headspace. So I think that is the most important thing. Like if you can take something away from this, is loving yourself first before sort of doing anything else. So, you know, to love yourself, I believe that you need to have, well, first clean up your diet, because if you're eating shitty food, it's going to make you feel like shit, and that's really not going to help to make you really love yourself. And it's also making sure you get enough sleep, and also having a plan as well, I think is so important. So I've started to write everything down. I'm writing in a diary. I've started to also read a lot of self-help books and meditational books. This little flow mindfulness workbook is amazing, and it's even got little cards in it to, you know, just help to remind me of the little things, you know, that I constantly forget about myself, and, you know, that I'm human and I'm not always perfect, but it just really helps to get me in a good mindset so I can really focus on my goals. And since I've been back from Canada, I've been wanting to go on a bit of a detox. I don't like really using that word detox, but really what I consider a detox is really eliminating all sugary food, all processed foods, and making sure I'm getting as many nutrients as I can into my body. So I'm having lots of warm foods as well. So I'm having a lot of soup, and because I've got a flu as well, it's really nice just to have some warm food and like lots of warm water with lemon. But also these products have been awesome. I've been using the Beauty Chef. I got these from Move Studio that sells them, and just wanted to let you guys know, because we need the probiotics in our body just to help balance everything out, and just to make us have a healthy gut. And also, as you can see, I've got a bit of acne, and that can be due from my flying, stress, you know, all the bad food that I've had as well. So I've been having the antioxidant. I've just been having it in some warm water. It tastes like berries. It's delicious. So I've been having that once a day. The hydration as well. It's got aloe vera, coconut water, lemon myrtle, and prebiotics and probiotics, and I've been having that with warm water. I add lemon to it, and that also tastes really nice. So that's hydrating you from the inside, and then so your skin will start to feel quite nice and hydrated as well. And then also the Cleanse Beauty Powder. So I think really just making sure that, you know, when you're starting out, it's so good just to sort of detox the body. I've been having a lot of tea as well, and just lots and lots of vegetables. And yeah, might be a bit too much information, but when I was over in Canada for 2 weeks, I probably had like 1 or 2 bowel movements. And since I've been back and I pretty much started this detox on, this is pretty much my second day of the detox. And I've been having like 6 bowel movements a day. It's been, yeah, I'm feeling better, but I can just feel that it's working. And even though I'm quite emotional today, and I've got an extreme headache, I've got still the flu happening, and it's that time of the month for me. So it is hard at this point to, you know, you really are craving all this sugary food. And, you know, I've been for 2 weeks in Canada, I was just eating so much. So now just really slowing it down and just focusing on all the good food. And so, yeah, really looking forward to what the future will hold for me. I think I've just had my moment where I'm just sick of always chasing that one dream and having a plan and not following through. So I wanted to also create this blog for you to see how I do it and what approach I'm taking. So I'm taking a different approach and getting some help with these self-help books, which I've already read can't remember the name. I've left the book over in Melbourne for my sister, but it was like Get Your Shit Together. And that was really good because it helped me to learn to organize myself. So I've had you know, in my books saying like my goals, what I've got to do each day, prioritize whatever doesn't need to be done, don't worry about it. And yeah, just trying to be the best I can each day, and thinking positive to help throughout all of my daily activities and what I'm doing. So yeah, I hope that's helped some girls. You know, sorry I got a bit emotional, but I just feel so strongly for this, and I've been wanting to do a vlog for so long, and I want to keep this one up, and I want to do one at the end of each week. So my 12 weeks, which I will probably do a vlog at the end of this week, so today is Wednesday, and just that way you can just really, anyone that's struggling, anyone that needs help with anything that, you know, what they've been going through or feel the same way that I do, can follow on and see my journey. And I'm hoping to, you know, help as many people as I can out there, and then to follow my, once that 12 weeks is over, I'm then going to pick a date for my competition, and then you'll see my progress to competition in a healthy way, no cutting calories, just eating wholesome food. And me being a vegan as well, you'll be able to see if there's any people that are interested in being vegan can watch me, but I also do plans for meat eaters and things like that too. So yeah, if anyone needs help or wants to message me, please feel free. That's why I'm here. And I'm just, yeah, hoping I haven't rambled on for too long. It's been, on my camera it says 20 minutes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to my story. I will be taking pictures as well. So even though at the moment where I feel really bloated and disgusting, you know, it's all about accepting where I'm at this moment, and just really aiming higher and continuing on with my journey. And yeah, you just got to work with what you've got, and like I keep on saying, enjoying the journey. So even though, you know, I've had so many struggles, it's all about, you know, always sort of, that's why yoga and meditation is so good. It's just getting you back inside the body, and sort of stop thinking up here and listening to what your heart wants you to do, and just going from there and just sticking with the plan that you've chosen to take. And obviously if you stick with it, it's going to have huge benefits at the end. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you do like it, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscription button as well, so you'll be able to see my daily video posts. And a lot of them won't be this emotional. It's just my story that I get quite emotional about, because it happened to me for so many years in the way that I was thinking. And yeah, women are just emotional people. So so yeah, make sure you like this video, and we'll hopefully see you this weekend when I post another video up, which will explain how I went this week. But I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you. Bye.